Good morning, y'all. So I'm in here drinking my tea. Oh, excuse me. Getting ready for the day. And had a couple thoughts. So, number one, I feel great after give or take day 1.5, day 2 of 75 and hard. The 75 and hard for me is really about giving up certain foods and things that have been really making me feel like crap. The other part of the 75 and hard is this: me giving up my comparisons. Here's what I mean. I finally have given up looking on other people's pages, looking at other people's profiles, looking at other people's education, where they went to school, who their parents were, whatever. It's interesting how sometimes when you have gone through many years of life, you sit back and you want to, how can I put it? You want to have certain things so bad, and you focus and zone in on everybody else's accomplishments. There we go. Accomplishments or achievements, whether it be body goals, whether it's education, career goals, whatever have you. And then you realize, well, you can make some stuff happen for yourself, and none of that has to be dictated by you putting down somebody else's goals and or achievements. And I was wondering, was I going to be sucked into social media last night? Meaning, and social media for me is meaning Instagram and Facebook, because Instagram and Facebook is where I spent the majority of my time. And I'll be blunt and I'll be honest. There are two things that I've always wanted. Number one, I've always wanted to be married. And number two, I've always wanted to have children. Now, I can say that loosely because at one point in time, and I can say being married loosely, at one point in time I thought, and this was middle school, I thought, I don't want to be married. I'm, this and that and the third. But those were middle school thoughts. I grew up and I realized I wanted to be married. I wanted to be a girl that another guy wanted. That was just my thought process. I'll figure out another way, but anyway, I'll figure out another way to describe it later, but that's just how I was thinking for the moment. And the other thing was I wanted children. I've always wanted children though. Regardless of, the marriage or whatnot, I've always wanted children. And when I was younger, I was like, I want 8 kids and this and that. And to be over 30, over 40 and not have children, it weighs on you sometimes. And those of us who want children, I'm not talking about those of us who don't. I'm talking about those of us who want children. It will weigh on you every time you see someone announce, I'm pregnant. Every time you see someone announce they're getting married and they're thinking about having kids and things of that nature. And these are sensitive topics for me. A lot of times I don't talk about them with anybody because it feels not like they are listening, but eventually they start to say, well, you're just complaining. If you want to do something, you're just complaining. And I just kind of go, okay. So a lot of things I keep to myself, but I was proud of myself yesterday because I got through the day without comparing myself to anybody else's life. And that was a good thing. And I applaud myself for it. And that's really it. The sugar, I didn't have. The meat, I did not have. I didn't have any bread yesterday, and I felt wonderful. It makes it even more like I'm watching my body and I'm watching my senses, and I'm, really feeling the feelings of a lot of things because, I'm also on my menstrual cycle. And while these are things that a lot of people, push away from talking about, this is, real life stuff. I'm having day-to-day work. Not only that, but I'm on my period and I don't feel good all the time. This is day number, 1.5, day 2.5 basically of my period. And I feel nervous. I feel giddy. I feel like, I have tea in the morning. Sometimes I'm hungry. Sometimes I'm not. I have, stomach, churns, and it's just like, leave me alone. And yeah, that's just a part of being a woman, basically. So if nothing else, I'm proud of myself for backing away from comparisons, because that, along with the 75 hard of giving up certain foods, has been one thing that has definitely been dragging me down. And I had to give it up. The 75 hard thing is a good thing for me. And right now, I'm really appreciating myself for giving up things that no longer serve me. There you go.